NAEP is just an extremely important national asset. I hear over and over from stakeholders how important it is and how much they value the data that comes from the program. But you shouldn't just take my word for it. You should listen to some of the perspectives of the members of the National Assessment Governing Board.
State assessments and how states approach public education is radically different. But the NAEP allows us to tell a story that puts national education in perspective at the state level. NAEP is just incredibly helpful to give some context to where we were and how far we've come.
NAEP has been, I think, very helpful and has caused us to really think hard. Like the rest of the country, Massachusetts has a very significant gap between our low-income students and those that come from families that are better resourced.
When my kids started going to school, I started realizing that my kids were in an environment where measurement was not being used to inform their schools on what would be good for them. I have always been a big fan of the Trial Urban District Assessment, TUDA. It's a tool that is especially useful in large urban areas where we have a lot of employers.
Based on where it is saying our African Americans are, or our Hispanic students, or our white students, like to be able to say, based on this nationwide test and this nationwide data, what is it that we're going to do different in our practices to be able to impact these different groups of students?
My kids come from a very low socioeconomic area. I use the NAEP release questions a lot in my classroom. And one of the reasons that I do that is that it gives the kids a great idea of what kids across the nation are expected to know and be able to do.
Sometimes we just stare at test scores and then we start to blame each other when those test scores don't move quickly enough. But we can also look at those leading indicators of, do we really believe that our kids can achieve? Are we giving them concrete opportunities for them to learn? And are those opportunities high quality opportunities? NAEP can give us all of that information if we just look at it and we look at it deeply, and NAEP can help us achieve what we need to achieve as a people, as a state, and as a nation.